Does Donald Trump have a path to a landslide in November? That's a takeaway from new polling from Trafalgar and Insider Advantage that puts him on a path toward close to 300 electoral votes. All told, if these polls go the way that these pollsters predict, Trump would have 296. To put that in perspective, he needs 270 to win, so he'd be well over. Here's how they break it down. Trafalgar looked at the blue wall states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. The reason it's called the blue wall, of course, is because Democrats count on that to win elections. If they don't get those states, they probably don't win. And these states are going Donald Trump's way, however narrowly in this poll. In Michigan, Donald Trump leads by zero point 0.4 percentage point, 47% to 46.6%. Michigan's been close before. These pollsters have it in recount territory in the Wolverine state. That's one to watch. In Pennsylvania, Trump has a relatively big 47% to 45% lead. And that sounds narrow, but keep in mind that when Trump won the Keystone State in 2016, he won by less than 3/4 of a percentage point. So, Pennsylvania is another one of these states that it's going to be a battleground through the election and perhaps a little bit after with the counting. Wisconsin, kind of same scenario. Trump 47, Harris 46, and it's been decided by less than a percentage point the last two elections. Trump won it in 2016, he lost it in 2020, and it was by a very small margin in both cases. We'll see what happens this time around, but it's yet another close election. Turning to the other four states, which were polled by Insider Advantage, Trump takes three of them. Arizona, Trump's advantage there rounds to a 1 point lead. This has been a state that's been really close before. In 2020, Biden won it by 0.3 percentage point. 11 electoral votes are at stake. And if it's under half percentage point, you get an automatic recount on the results. So this is one that may not be decided on election night. In Nevada, 48 to 47, Trump leads Harris. Trump lost the state in 2016 and 2020. The difference here is that independents like him. He's at 9.5 percentage point advantage with that group in Nevada. If he can hold on to that, he can take the state and do something he hasn't done before in his political career. North Carolina, another good look for Trump in the Tar Heel state. 49% to 48%. 1 point win, if that were to play out, that would be less than the 1.34% win that Trump had in 2020. So, again, another state that's no stranger to close elections. They're about to see another one. Now, as I mentioned, Harris does have an advantage in one of these states, and that is Georgia, but it is barely 48% to 47.6%. That's Harris's lead. She leads by 1/10 of a percentage point with independents. If she wins here, she gets 16 electoral votes. And all of these, of course, are very close to call. They're too close to call, rather. And it's going to be that way through the election. Both campaigns are talking about how tight it is and how it's going to come down to the end. And these polls, even though Trump's ahead in the vast majority of them, it says it could go the same way on election night in 9 weeks.